So this month for our VA GLA Hospitalist Division Faculty Development Series, I will be talking to us about how to create SMART goals. So within the ACGME Clinician Educator Competencies, this talk will be focusing on the educational theory and practice, specifically learner assessment, feedback, performance improvement and remediation, as well as learner professional development. So as attendings, part of our responsibility to our trainees is to assess their strengths, weaknesses, deficiencies while they're on service with us. What many of us, myself included, have never been formally taught is how to then provide this as feedback for the learner that's actionable and leads to improvement in their performance, as well as their own professional development and growth. This is where SMART goals will come into play. So what is a SMART goal? SMART goal is an acronym for a framework and structure for a plan that's clear, focused, and achievable to the learner. We know that a very specific goal provided in this framework has a much greater chance of being accomplished than a very general goal. So let's look at this framework and see how we can create actionable goals for our learners. The S in SMART goal stands for specific. This means, what action are we asking our learner to do? What is the specific outcome that we're targeting for our learner? The M is measurable. How will success be measured? What changes are we expected to be seen in the learner? A is achievable. Can the objective be achieved within the given time frame and with the available resources that we have? R is realistic. Can this objective or goal be realistically achieved by our learner? And T is timely. What is the time frame for accomplishing it? So let's take a look at creating a SMART goal for our learner. So here's the scenario. On your current inpatient rotation, you notice that one of your interns is consistently placing orders and consults late in the afternoon, despite having been discussed on morning rounds. You have received complaints from the consultants, and there have been several delays in patient care. Additionally, he routinely has been completing his daily progress notes after midnight. So in the case of this learner, we are dealing with a problem of suboptimal efficiency. Now, in the olden days, we would have just told the learner, you need to improve your efficiency. This isn't very helpful to the learner, as it doesn't provide them with any sort of framework as to how to achieve it. Let's now move on to a little bit better. So on your next inpatient rotation, you need to work on your workflow efficiency by getting your orders entered and consults called earlier, as well as completing your notes before the end of the workday. Although this gives the learner a little bit more information, it still isn't an optimal way to frame how they can improve. So here's one more example of an actual SMART goal. Prior to your next inpatient rotation, identify a co-intern who is very efficient and always completes daily tasks thoroughly and in a timely manner. Meet with them to discuss these strategies that they use to organize their workflow. Implement these workflow changes while on your next inpatient rotation. And midway through the rotation, reflect on which of these strategies has been most useful, with special attention to getting your orders and consults in before noon and completing your progress notes before the end of the workday. So this is an example of a SMART goal. It's specific in that we're letting the trainee know what the outcome we are targeting is, which is to improve their efficiency. It's measurable, as the change being measured or expected is that the orders, consults, and notes are going to be done in a more timely manner. Is this SMART goal achievable? Yes, we're asking the trainee to use resources that are easily accessible to them or that they can coordinate within the residency program. Is it realistic? Yes, it is. This is something that most interns learn how to do unassisted, and if not achievable, then this is something that we need to refer on for additional assistance. Is this timely? There's a very clear time frame extending from before the next inpatient rotation through the current inpatient rotation. So in summary, SMART goals are used to help assess our learners and provide them clear and actionable feedback, which is essential for their ongoing improvement and professional development. A very specific goal has a much greater chance of being accomplished than a general one. And a SMART goal provides a framework and structure for an improvement plan that is clear, focused, and achievable to our learners.